Hello, good morning. Actually, in this session, I'm going to talk about some of the very commonly used terms which are used in the area of learning artificial intelligence. We need to understand the exact difference between the specific terms, and we'll do so in the later part of the video as we go. So, this is the first slide I will like to show. These are the important terminologies we will often come across in different stages while discussing about artificial intelligence. So let's take up one by one and see what is there inside and what does it mean. So we are going to start with the artificial intelligence itself. What does it mean? And we'll like to see some examples of its application. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. Now here, first thing is that what is the definition of artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is defined as a process or application that can work on its own without human intervention. So when we use some application which is said to be backed by AI, then we mean that it can do its own work without much of intervention from the human side. You have to just say what you want and it will give you back the results that you expect. But obviously in artificial intelligence, you have ways to control its action, and you can get your results according to your own choices depending on how much you understand that particular application. So one of the examples we often come across is the Amazon recommendation system, where we try to purchase we often go onto the site and try to purchase something or search for some item that I will require or I will intend to buy or I intend to buy. So in that case, once it has understood your requirements, it will start showing those products only. It may be books, it may be movies, it may be items, kitchen items, whatever it may be, or garments. It will start showing those items which you are looking for. So how does it happen? It happens because it can read, it is working on your past history. It is actually taking the past history of your searches and looking for the items. It finds those items which you will be interested in, and it will try to show you those items first which you probably like. And this aspect is very special in most of the online shopping sites like eBay's or Amazon or Google. Google also works in the same manner because Google has a big AI support, and there are many other, Alibaba and other things. Wherever you go, you will find this recommendation system working behind. The other example is self-driving car, where the car knows where, once you have given the destination, it will automatically find its own way. It will find the shortest route, and it will find the least busiest route, or where there is no crowd or there is no traffic or less traffic. Those it will automatically find and try to take you through those pathways, you can say. And This is a way self-driving car works. Uh, Although self-driving car has another feature, it can maneuver itself without having to be maneuvered by or steered by the pilot or the driver. That means you are not going to drive that car; it will automatically drive itself, and it will be able to identify the hurdles on the road, the people walking on the road, and it will be able to maneuver itself in a manner so that nobody gets hurt, and it will take you to the destination without any problem. So that also works. There is some AI application which is working behind in such cases. Now let us come to the second slide, second term, which is machine learning. So again, I will start with the definition of machine learning. Machine learning models are processes that provide and perform required statistical operation to analyze, predict and forecast the data or event. So here, when you talk about machine learning, you are actually working with data, and data, past data you can say, whatever data that has accumulated so far, it will try to understand the patterns which are inbuilt in the data, or the way the data has been created. It will draw insight from the information that has been stored there, and it will do it by performing certain statistical operation, and it will analyze, then it will predict or forecast the data or a particular event. Or so this recommendation system we spoke about in the earlier slide that works in the same manner. It will accumulate all your past searches. It will see what kind of product you are looking for, you have been looking for, and then it will suggest those products which you probably are going to be interested in. So that works in the same manner. Now, how does it work? Let us try to understand by an example. Now, here I am showing the difference. There is something called deep learning also. We are coming to that. Before coming to machine learning, deep learning, let me okay. I will like to give you another example where this machine learning, which is a typical machine learning kind of case study, you can say, which is a famous, which is often being quoted when you learn machine learning. That's a house price problem. Suppose a house, you are looking for houses, the prices of the house based on the based on the two parameters, like the size of the house, size in square meters or square feet, whatever it is, and then how many rooms that particular house has, or that particular house has, and then where it is located. Maybe there are three elements we are focusing upon. So first is, let me write it down here. First is your space. Second is number of rooms. and the third is the location of that house. These are the three features which actually determines the price. You can say price is the final output which you are looking for. So to get this, any machine learning engineer, what they will do, or the process will work like this: you have to first find examples of these features and their prices. That means space, number of rooms, location, and their typical prices. Like 1000 square feet, 2 rooms, location is Kolkata, and the price is say 30 lakhs, something like that. And there are, suppose, hundreds of such records which you have accumulated from different places, of which includes different location, different combination of space and rooms and all those. And then you train the application with these data. Train means it will try to see a pattern, read a pattern from the existing data, and then it will determine if you supply those, if you tell your needs that my required space is this, number of rooms that I am looking for 4 room a flat, and I am looking for a location like Newtown or something like that, then it will automatically try to predict. It will predict some price. This price prediction will be based on the past data, although the past data may not be exactly matching with those, but it has read the pattern, it has understood the pattern, what could have been. Now it will guess some kind of price for the whole combination you are mentioning, and then it will predict a price. This prediction mechanism comes from the machine learning process. So final goal is to predict and forecast data based on certain previous data. And most often the statistical, as I mentioned, that it works on statistical processes. Now these statistical operations are often known as regression. So there can be simple regression, there are logistic regression, multiple regression, so many different types of regression are there. And if you want to learn machine learning, so you have to learn about these statistical processes before you can really understand how machine learning works. So now let's come to the next part, which is about deep learning. Now machine learning mostly works on the basis of statistical processes, which is mostly regression. There are many other things also. Regression is the most popular way to work on machine learning related application. Now there is something called deep learning, which is a more sophisticated way to, which is more advanced kind of machine learning process, you can say. It comes under, it is a subset of machine learning only. Now how it works? First of all, let us understand what is deep learning. Deep learning mimics the human way of learning and works by implementing multi-layered neural network. So this is very important, multi-layered neural network. Okay, multi-layered neural network. This is very important. So what is how our brain works, how we learn? We learn from our past experiences only. So but where it is, these things are stored and how it is dealt like. There is something called cells. which works behind. And as you know, the cell is the smallest unit of existence in living things. In case of human, these specialized cell, we often when we talk about brain, we talk about the nerve cells, and nerve cells are nerves. We often talk about the nerves, and the nerves are made up of neurons, and that is why we have a network of neurons. These neurons are interconnected. That means one neuron is connected to another neuron is connected to the third neuron, and then there is a network of neuron which works. And this kind of network is normally, we say that it is a neural network, so which resembles. And when we talk about multi-layered neural network, we are talking about something of similar kind of arrangement. Deep learning is not a real neuron-like thing. It's a kind of you can say combination of processes or methods. You can say these methods are interconnected, and they are very similar to the structure of a real brain. Although they are not, their functioning is not exactly like that, but because of this similarity, the name neural network is used. Neural network resembles the working of neuron in our brain. So that is the thing. Deep learning is often used in more complex kind of predictions processes. Like when you are talking about generative AI, you must have heard about generative AI, where you prepare images, you chat with a chatbot, and what happens inside, that means you are telling the chatbot something which it understands and responds to answer your question or to satisfy your needs. So those things, when happen, it is a more complex kind of application. That means you have asked something to generate, suppose a song to be generated based on lyrics given, it will generate the song. Such applications are already there, I am using it. And similarly, you can generate the images based on your whatever you describe as a prompt. And also you can talk to the chatbot about your need, and it will give you some kind of response that satisfies your need. These things are often handled through neural network, which is a more complex kind of application. Or is machine learning is the first step to learn, to understand AI, the working of AI, and then you try to get into more deeper things like neural networks and deep learning. So that is about deep learning. Now let us come to the fourth slide. And here we have created another circle. You see, there is ML, there is DL, there is something called data science, and which is combining everything together. Data science itself has certain commonalities with AI. That means data science includes AI processes. When you learn data science, you will learn about artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, data analytics, which I have not mentioned here. Analytics is about the past, understanding the patterns of the data, existing data, and it has got its own areas, specialized areas to work. What kind of areas? Like data cleaning, data storage, Data storage, you have to store your data in big data database. Like there, often we come across certain terms like RDBMS. That means this is relational database management system. Then big data management. And we also talk about certain things like data warehouse, data mart, and so on. There is something called data lake also. So these are certain terminologies which are included, and there are many things which are there in, you may have to learn under data science, which may not be directly about artificial intelligence, but it does involve more than that. That means how you are going to manage the data, huge amount of data that is needed for processing the artificial intelligence related processes, or MLDL and data intelligence and so many other things. So data science involves AI, ML, DL and other techniques to deal with data. So that is the overall introductory session I conducted for explaining what is the difference between AI, ML, DL and data science. And probably we didn't mention something called data analytics, which specifically I teach, data analytics. We will have separate sessions for all these things. So data analytics, this is also involved in the matter of when we discuss about data science. So that's what all about it. We will get into more deeper kind of sessions for discussing each of them separately, and there are a lot of other things to understand to get into this particular you can say this profession. If we call it as a profession of artificial intelligence and data science, then there are a lot of things which are included in it, and we will talk about all of them later.